Hello, my name's Tragical. It is 4:57 in the morning, which is why I look like this. There's this thing called the coronavirus, which I'm sure you've all heard of, which has kind of put a damper, kind of stopped the Tragical mystery tour. So right now I'm on holiday with my family in Invergordon. That's Loch Ness right behind us. I'm tired. So I thought it'd be a good idea to film my opening spiel in the morning, but as it turns out I don't make any sense that early and it takes a while for me to wake up. So I thought I'll film the bits I missed in the hot tub at the lodge that we're staying, but it's hoaching with midges. Can you see them? Beyond the lens and stuff, like there's hundreds of them. So basically I'm on holiday with my family. Look at them! All over the place. I can't do this. There's no way I can film this. I can midges in my mouth and everything, man. So what I learned was, see at 5 o'clock in the morning, I don't make any sense whatsoever. Now I've learnt filming at 9 o'clock at night in a hot tub in Scotland isn't a good idea either. So the hot tub wasn't a good idea, that was horrific. For anyone that doesn't know what midges are, they're just tiny wee insecty things that feast on human flesh. Third attempt, obviously in the hot tub, ate alive. Now I'm here at, this is Loch Ness. While I was away I thought, why don't I see if I can get a wall, see if I can get a space to paint. So I put a post up on my Facebook saying I was going to be in Invergordon for a week. Who's got a wall? So what to do? I wanted to paint I wanted to paint non-flying birds. Flightless birds. Not non-flying birds, that's what I mean. That's what happens when you try and make a video at 5 o'clock in the morning. Penguins and such, holding balloons. I put the post out on Facebook saying that I wanted to paint flightless birds and loads of people shared it, tagged me and stuff. I've tried this numerous times. Like I've tried this stuff before and people tend not to get back to you. I came up with this idea a while ago about drawing Universal movie monsters as playing cards, and I was looking for somewhere to hang them. Then I sent emails to different theatres and my plan was to hang them up, print them out, send to the theatres and see if they would hang them up. There's a couple of cinemas and stuff that I'd emailed to ask if they could do it, and I get patched, I get totally blanked. I suppose getting a random email from someone called Tragic doesn't really help. And like I properly made that video too, like I made an intro and everything. My name's Tragical and I like horror films. Sometimes a wee bit too much. I freak myself out. So during the dead week between Christmas and New Year, when you don't know if it's a Tuesday or a Sunday, and you've ate nothing but curly wurlies for your breakfast, I decided to draw some of my favourite monsters, but it's playing cards. And it just never ever happened, because people didn't get back to me. But this person did get back to me. So I put the post out, loads of people shared it. My friend Jordan tagged someone in it called Lee, who is in the process of trying to turn an old Bonemill, was a nightclub for a while, but he's wanting to turn it into an arts and music venue. So I thought, well, that's pretty cool. Obviously I'm not charging him for this, I'm just doing it because I'm on holiday and I've got paint. I can put something up on the wall where people can start talking about it and maybe bring a bit more awareness to what he's doing and stuff, so it was a win-win. Because we're on holiday, I said if I get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, it's an hour's drive to Invergordon, so I'm just about to drive up there. It's a big massive space and I thought, right, penguins, I'll paint just penguins on this, because I think if I figure out how to do the first penguin really quick, then the other penguins will just won't take as long, whereas if I was to paint like a penguin and an ostrich and an emu and a dodo and other things that don't fly, you need to figure out like how to paint the texture and stuff. But if I know how to paint one penguin, the other one should just go up as quick. He's sorted everything, like this big wall, he's painted it all blue for me to put my penguins up and stuff. Obviously I don't want to spend all day up there, so I said I'll get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, I'll be there for 6, I'll start painting, I'll get everything sorted, everything prepped, and I hopefully will be finished for before 11 o'clock, and I'll be back down here for 12, and then that way everyone can have a lazy morning, kind of play about and stuff like that. They can go down to the loch and play down there and stuff, and then I'll be back for lunchtime and I'll have painted these penguins. So I think that's it. I think that's everything I've got to say. I'm sure I'll remember halfway down the road to say something else. I'll say it when I get there, but right now I need to get the Beastie Boys on and start driving.
Like you're the one to put the wrongs out of sight, to tell them only when the time is right. Come out saw you hiding from the stairs. Your life is done. Now you can fly close to the sun. Icarus had it wrong. He was too young and burn his wings, but you're aiming for the moon. You're no buffoon.
Thanks, man.
But this has been derelict for 20 years. It was the old nightclub, but I've ripped it out. There was carpets in here, and basically I've ripped everything out. It's been like a long process ripping it out. This is the old cloakroom and office. So I've ripped
So that was when it was a nightclub, aye?
Aye, so this was all condensed now, so I've ripped it all out. So the plan is to put, so this will stay like this. That wall will get blocked off, and this is going to be, I'm going to put a bar here like that.
Right.
It's going to be a wee whiskey snug. I've got a wee wood burns fire that's going to go here. Then it'll be like tartan carpet. I've got a stuffed stag's head that's going up there. And so this was right. So from here, I'll open this door. From here, I'll send you pictures as well. There was like big roofs, raised roofs all the way in here. So you came in, everything was like, and then there was like a massive bar here. So I've ripped it out because I want to put the bar here. The bar here, so you've got all that open plan, and then it'll be like couches and tables. But I'm making the tables out of old reel heads.
Reel heads?
I'll show them.
What's a reel head?
Cable
Oh,
heads.
right. So just buff them with a sander? Is that what it gets
I
to?
just buffed them now. All the tables and all the stuff in here is going to be made. Oh, look at that. The lager lovelies on the back. That was behind the wall. Aye, that'll be like couches and tables there, and then here I'm going to like make like little booths go up here. But this was the bar, like I said, was a big huge bar here, and this was just like a little room at the back bar. But the toilets don't need to be as big as they are, so I'm going to go that way, get to it, then I'll have the two windows, and this is going to be a kitchen.
Cool, man.
I'm going to do food eventually. I'm wanting this to be a hub for creativity. Because there's nothing up here to sort of cultivate and nurture that in a lot of people up here. So if young people come to me and say, oh, I want to do an art gallery, I want to do like an art thing, I'm like, let's do it like music. Me and James King used to do that in Inverness. We used to do like music and art, and I used to set up a bar, we used to do it in the skate shop. We used to get local artists, and they'd be like, oh, how much do we have to pay? And we're like, whatever you sell in here is yours. Amazing. You don't pay us any commission. You set it up the way you want it, and we used to just make money off the bar of it, and we just used to like doing something cool. And then the plan is to put a stage here, but you know when the drummer will go in, I'm going to have it like under a wee alcove, and then I'm wanting a DJ, if the DJ's playing, he's up there. This is all like I've gotten rid of. I've calculated. I've got rid of 12 tons of rubbish from up here because this place was a mess. And then this was all the way along this wall was like this, with that on the wall and that, and the windows were all bricked up and boarded up. Today we're boarded up and bricked up on that side. So I've ripped them all out and tried. Like it's just been a long journey.
I can imagine. So it was a bone mill. That's what it was.
This was the sack store, and downstairs was a big stone milling wheel, and it used to grind down animal carcasses into dust and used to use it as fertiliser.
That deer head's amazing.
I stole that.
Where did you get that?
Out of a hotel.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Well, this is the old dance floor.
Oh, checkered.
So it was all, the nightclub was called Checkers. The whole, I ripped all this up, this was everywhere, but it was glued down. But I managed to get that out in a section, so my plan is, that back bit, not this bit, I'm going to clean it up and then I'm going to put like a ridge around it and put epoxy resin and make a table out of that. So people that were here years ago, like, that's the old dance floor, but yeah, a bit of history, because I don't want any one table to look the same, it's going to be totally eclectic.
I love all that.
So people are like, where did you get that? I made it, made it, built it. Well, this is another thing that I'm playing about with this idea. Basically, this would be hanging off a chain from up there, with lights coming off it.
Cool,
it's
man.
made out of the whiskey barrel staves, so it's going to be like a chandelier type thing. So with like lights dangling off it.
That's really cool, man.
I just want to evolve it into different things, you know. It's a cool space, isn't it?
100%, aye. Thank you very much, man.
No, at all. I'll send all that pictures over to you.
That's great. No, I really appreciate you taking that for the trip. No, man, like
it's been good, man.
It's been great.
Hope we can do some more stuff.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Now that you're gone for good, my conscience has left me bare. Forgotten you never shall be. Twilight of my destiny.
I'm back. This is like 2 weeks later though. Is it the fact that I'm wearing the exact same clothes is a total coincidence? I got back at 12:10. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Like I really enjoyed painting that, but I also really like just filming some stuff when I was away. That's kind of what I want these videos to be, like not just me painting that, but also like just other stuff. That's why I done this stuff at the skate park. Like I'm starting to get my friends more involved and stuff, and more than just turn up, paint a wall, leave, which would get boring after a while. And I like filming stuff. I like filming different things and that, and being away and being able to film us walking up hills and like the lochs and doing different stuff. Like I was in that Loch Ness every day doing my Wim Hof. Can't thank Lee enough for prepping that wall, and it was so easy to just get a postcode off Lee, scope the whole place in Google Maps, talk about the wall, prep everything beforehand, and then just turn up. Like that, me meeting Lee at 6 o'clock in the morning was the first face-to-face conversation we'd had, and I want to do more of that. Not just because I want to go on free holidays, which that's the real reason. To go and film different things and then go and see different things and meet different people and all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of why I came up with the Tragical Mystery Tour in the first place. That's it. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing. And so you can get me at all the social medias at Mr. Tragical Horror. You can also follow the Tragical Mystery Tour at the Tragical Mystery Tour. This location will be going up on the map, which is www.thetragicalmysterytour.com. Thanks very much, Lee. That was amazing. Like I really enjoyed myself. Wish you all the luck with the Bonemill, and I'm sure we'll cross paths again and do some other stuff next time. Don't know.